recording. I'm not gonna lie, my chair took a little longer to
take
open
out
up than I was expecting.
So Dylan, we're here.
We are.
2024, bro. Crazy. It's been a crazy year and everything. And well done. We've done some good work though, eh?
We have. We did our first short film. It started this year. Dedicated 6 months of 2022 to this project, getting the pre-production done, getting everything sorted.
And you see the paper?
Fuck is this?
Thank you, Frankie.
We finished it. On to the next one.
Literally, no, only up to bigger, better things. That was a key part of the year. I think another one of my favorite parts of this year probably was also getting our first documentary, sports documentary film when we're shooting with KCLR or Kings rugby team. And that was a really cool experience.
Exactly, of course.
But then, yeah, no, with that, Dylan, I guess, when were you like, what was stress to see? What stands out to you as a moment, or maybe not a bad moment, but you know, a moment where you're like, oof.
I think, personally, the most stressful part was towards April, towards the start of the year, taking on a lot of new clients and just kind of overwhelming ourselves with the amount of work that we're doing. You know, I think we were excited having new clients that were retainers, but then we didn't realize the workload that was coming along with it.
Yeah, I think for myself, I've got a bit of a moment where I screwed up myself. I think that would definitely got me very stressed, just indirectly with my organizational skills. And of course, we're running back and forth between Spain and here, down in southern Spain, and of course, we're sharing equipment between us. So of course, I've decided to bring half the equipment back with me to Spain. And you arrived, busy schedule to shoot, and then basically everything required, the wide lens, the gimbal, that was all with me here. And that was, I remember when you told me that, I was like, oh my God, I might have just sunk the business. And that was stressed.
Tough times.
I can't even imagine your end there, bro. Oh my days. But we got through it.
We did.
And yeah, now I know organizational skills 101. I've written out everything I need, checklists all the way.
Yeah.
It is, I think just that, definitely when you're taking on, you've got these responsibilities, you've got to make sure you are organized, you have the admin there, and then you are prepared so you don't fail your client, fail your business in that sense either.
Yeah.
And you, the business partner, bro, like, you know, we've got a team that we're working with.
Yeah.
And we got to make sure that we supply the team.
Exactly.
Fully. No, I can't lie after that.
I don't know the other questions.
Let's check the phone, you know, let's check the script. Oh yeah, so then, what was some of the things that stood out to you that you've learned the most about yourself or anything this year?
I think when it comes to working with clients, just understanding the pre-production process and kind of what everyone wants, and like you fully understand what the final product is. Because I think a lot of the times we spend maybe just a little bit too much on creating a product that isn't necessarily aligned with their final goals. So then we spend time in editing, re-editing, getting more renditions done, more sent through to them. And I think if you just spend that extra time speaking with your client at the start, getting maybe a call or meeting them in person and having clear notes of what they want, it makes the process much easier for everyone. It really does.
I fully agree. I think it's that asking the right questions, as you say. And beyond that one, I think one that I found for ourselves as well is creativity and your end product will get you all the way. Like, yes, it's a major part. At the end of the day, you are a video production business, something like that. You want to be producing the best content, and that is a key aspect to it. But in terms of finding new work and finding new clients, it's your outreach is also just as important, and making sure that you're promoting the content you're doing well on social platforms and everything, as well as just having your physical outreach and speaking to people, because at the end of the day, it's your connections, who you know, it's your network that really gets you your business, and your work then is what backs your word. But your word is what's needed to get you out there.
Yeah, of course.
Essentially.
You have to hold both ends of it, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can't just over-promise and under-deliver, but it can't be the other way either. There needs to be the balance between the two.
And if you're not getting your work out in front of the right people, even if you've got the best work, if you're not the right people aren't seeing it, you're not going to get the next client.
Exactly.
So. But then, yeah, if we're taking it back to the beginning of the year, you know, younger Dylan, younger Felix, what are you telling yourself as advice?
I would say advice is to be more proactive when it comes to working with new people, specifically networking. I know this year being in film uni myself, I build a good network between the people that study there, and obviously when you're at uni, you have projects that you work together regardless. You know, whether or not you've worked with these people before, or if you do or don't like working with them, you're working with them on a project with the end goal in mind. And I think with that skill, you need to carry out into the real world, because once you leave uni, you don't have the same connections. You know, you're starting from scratch. You have to build that network, and you have to build that social skill kind of with everyone. You know, if you're looking to work with a new partner or a new business, you have to be able to go out there and kind of just speak to them.
Yeah, no, I think very valid, as you say, and that is just, it's a skill that is crucial to the business, especially something like service focused like this, and being able to, let's say, go back to building the networks, building the connections. I think for me, it's also thus that you have to be super proactive with it, and it's easy to get into excuse, especially when creating, like, you need to have that perfect pre-production, or you have to have everything done all the way. And if you're doing a very formal commercial work, yes, that's the case, but same for yourself, and to develop your own creative needs. As with filming, you just got to just do it. Yeah. You know, copy Nike a little bit, you know, Nike don't come at us, but just do it. And then the more you produce, the better you're going to improve as a creative. Yes, you might not be as happy with your first or second project, but then you know the skills, you're developing skills for it, and developing videos that you can then use in other segments, other genres of work. And ultimately, as a creative, you just got to be creative. It's so much easier said than done, but it is just putting yourself out there and filming as much as possible. And then I guess, you know, the most important question, Dylan, what are we doing this next year? What's our goals? That's going to take us next level.
I think our goal for this year should be focusing more on creative projects. Last year we had the last sit down, we had KCL Rugby. Those were two creative endeavors that they weren't fully commercialized. You know, we weren't making these for a target client. We weren't getting paid from it. These were experiences and content that we wanted to produce. You know, we had interest in both of them. So I think that's an area that we need to further develop, try and get another script, more stories out there. Short films are an easy way to just improve your skills, you know, especially on low budgets or when you're just working with a two-person crew with very minimal equipment. It really pushes you to actually make the story creative and to sell the idea that's behind it.
Yeah, I can only fully agree with that. There's been times in the year where just you get caught in the commercial rut, if you want to say, where it's just you're producing the same type of content all the time, and it's still good content, whatever, but it's just not, you don't fulfill someone else's vision. It's your own vision that you truly are creating at the end of the day, which I can agree. I think, and in line with that, I think definitely is just, for the next year, I'm excited for us to, I really want us to improve as creatives, people as well, businessmen, everything, just like get our sociable skills, all that around, and then at the end of the day also improve our creativity in the work we're doing, and just try the stuff where it's like, it's impossible, but then you make the impossible possible, and if you're not going to try to make the impossible possible, then what are you doing?